Ooh. Now the shit gets real. Oh, hopefully. Can you see the two white dots as the green dots on the Wii?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Send here.
Yeah. That's mean it's charging. Cool. All right. So we're gonna do exactly the same way as we just did. Just chat away.
Cool.
But where's my notes? As I told you whenever I met you, I actually done some research about you. So I know you played rugby.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is Matthew McClelland.
Hello.
McClelland.
Mm-hmm.
McClelland?
Yep, that's it.
I tried to say it yesterday.
It's a hard one.
Whenever I was doing the wee video,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife says like, maybe McClelland? Maybe McClelland?
See, there's a few different ways you can spell it. So I always give people a Bible, but it's McClelland with the D on the end.
McClelland with the D at the end.
Yeah.
Says the end. Perfect. So, sorry, just a wee bit too much chlorine. Thank you for coming for a start.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. You're actually a really nice guy. That's the main reason why we freaking doing that. For nice guys who actually supposed to be the role models for the young generations and not fucking Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we can agree on that. We can agree on that.
I went to open day in one of the local schools with my son today. It was celebrities. So we're learning about politicians, about politics. So we vote for the most popular person, Taylor Swift. You know, I didn't know that's Taylor Swift. I actually thought Mila Jovovich started singing. And for years, I believed that's fucking Mila Jovovich.
She had a career change.
I was like, she playing Resident Evil? I said, no, that's Taylor Swift. I said, who the fuck is Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
I just can see how much I'm out of celebrity fashion shit.
I think it's a good thing, man. The further you can remove yourself from it, like...
I did recognize Messi and Ronaldo. So, like, why they're celebrities? They're football players. Who else was there? Taylor Swift, Messi. Your wee girl from Stranger Things? Elle?
Oh, what do you call her? Millie Bobby Brown or something?
Yes,
yeah.
I like her. I vote for her. And the last person, I have no clue. There was other celebrities in other table. It was Bezos from Amazon, Zuckerberg, Mr. Beast.
Yeah, it's a big one with the kids, all the YouTubers.
Who the fuck is Mr. Beast?
See, I know he's like a big YouTuber, kind of makes loads of money and goes around and like gives away money and different stuff, but the kids all love it. I don't know much about him. One of those YouTube influencers, I think.
But fuck him anyway.
I agree.
So, you're a BJJ practitioner, purple belt.
Yep.
Massive fights on you as well. Because you fought, according to my source, guy on top of there, you fought Matthew Elliott.
Yeah, that was the last subculture. So it was like an 8-man tournament. Was all like brown and black belts in it, and they were all a wee bit heavier than me. The division was like under 80 kilos. I'm normally about 70, 72 or 3. So I just went that day and I thought I was going to get smashed. Matthew was my first match, and I was pretty intimidated to face him because I had so much respect for him as a grappler. Yeah. Judo, black belt, wicked wrestler. Like what he's achieved in MMA. And I thought like this is going to be a tough match for me. And I was really lucky that he tried to sit down and leg lock me. And I just thought this is class because that's where I want to be. Whereas if he had wrestled with me, like that guy would have smashed me into next week. He's an animal. Then my second match was against Simon Hutchinson from Newground. He's another top level black belt. And I was able to knee bar him. And then the final was against Jack Dolan, who's from Jungle BJJ in Dublin. Another one of the like top guys in the whole country. And he fucked me up in the final. But it was a good day out. I was happy enough with it.
Of course. You beat Baba Yaga. You beat John Wick.
Yeah, it's a good way
What
to
can go
describe
wrong
it.
there? No, that is what laughing. So whenever I see any fights coming up from Matthew Elliott, so all the people I like, I will make like a wee comment whenever I'm posting about their fights.
Mhm.
Like, oh, Chuck Norris retired the day Matthew Elliott started doing MMA. Coincidence? Like a wee stupid. I said something about John Wick because every time I think about John Wick, it's Baba Yaga. And then whenever I met Matthew, Baba Yaga's like, oh, mate, you my jam. Like 100%. And I love the guy. Guy is hilarious. And really nice to talk to as well. His explanations of techniques are brilliant. Just a nice guy all over.
Yeah.
So, except BJJ, before BJJ, you played rugby.
Yeah.
For the infamous...
So I started playing at Ballinhinch Rugby Club. I would have been, I think, like, trying to 5 or 6 or something. And then whenever I went to Ballinhinch High School, I started taking it pretty serious.
Was the high school invent those days?
Yeah.
Because you're kind of ancient. What are you, like?
I'm 30.
105?
Yeah, pretty much. I feel it now, bro. But yeah, I went to high school, was playing for Ballinhinch Rugby Club at the weekends. And then, you're not going to like this as a Mefty, man, but for 2 years I went to do my A-levels at Campbell. Now, if you want some reassurance, both years we were in the school cup. Guess who beat us? Mefty.
Good.
So, it was...
But it's always the school cup in rugby. It's always between Methody. I always think it's a fucking boys band name. Inst.
Yeah.
It sounds like NSYNC.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Yeah.
Them. Hollywood. Sullivan.
Yeah.
And Campbell.
Yeah. Well, when I was at school, that was always the big one. Sometimes Ballymene Academy would have a really good team, but that wasn't every year. But
I always thought the Regent would be really good too. Recently, we learned, they're a good team, but they won shit since like 100 years.
Yeah. Well, you know what it's like from working in Methody. I don't think people realize the kids in those schools trained like pro athletes.
Oh, aye.
Like they're in doing weights every morning. They're staying behind training every
Swimming.
day. They're always playing. Like it's taken so serious in those schools. And for the other schools that are trying to compete with that, it's gonna be difficult.
Well, now, Knock, or Ladies and Pads, they start a rugby team.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a selling part for my son, because he loves rugby. But I don't want to sound like a dick here, but I think it's necessary for them to go through those trenches.
Yeah.
Especially now, those days, whenever we have Mr. Beast, the rest of the influencers, everybody want to be a YouTube guru, everybody want to be sit in their hall playing games and doing nothing else. You go to school, you get your ass handed to you. You join BJJ school, which you are the owner of one, and you get your ass handed to you. You learn to be humble. You learn you ain't special.
Yeah.
You need to work your ass off to do something in your life. Nothing going to be handed to you.
Of course.
And we missing lots of it in school, because don't take me wrong, I was an asshole in school. I had done the stupidest things ever. But still, if you get your ass handed to you in school a few times, you learn.
For sure. I think it's a very important part of growing up. It's easy, like none of us need to be taught how to win.
Yeah.
All of us,
how
cool,
to play.
Put my hand up, cool, awesome. Being able to handle how to lose is something that we need to work at.
Just be in that game.
Yeah. But it's, there's 2 ways you can take losses. You can go, oh, it's the end of the world and give up. Or you can go, okay, well, what did I do wrong? Monday's a new day, go back at it again. So when life throws you something, like, because sports, just one area of life, there's going to be times where your parents get sick, something really, really meaningful happens. And if you don't know how to handle yourself in those stressful scenarios, you're going to crumble. Whereas sport kind of gives you a wee bit of a foundation. So when life comes along and rocks you, you're not completely fucked then. I really, really enjoyed the whole experience of playing rugby, but It kind of
Was that your first time you leg lock somebody on the pitch? It's like that's why you become BJJ.
no.
I see tackles, like tackles in rugby. That's the closest I can think to BJJ, like how that transformation go.
Yeah. See, I used to play out half, number 10. My job was kicking the ball and calling all the plays, and I wasn't really into tackling people. Back then, I would have been a bit soft on the pitch compared to everyone else. But jiu-jitsu kind of helped me change a wee bit of that. I actually done traditional jiu-jitsu, which is like, catch the punch.
Me now.
You know what I mean? So I started it very, very young, even before rugby. And I think I only done it for like 2 or 3 years, but they give me like a junior black belt, which is insane. Once you come from a BJJ world, you realize how crazy that is, that there's like an 8-year-old child with a black belt on. But
you ready for it? If you want to have a giggle,
mm-hmm.
My best friend, my best man, my brother,
uh-huh.
come down to me and said, I shit you not, true story, you can ask him. He says to me, oh, I got a new guy in work, he's a black belt in MMA. I'm like,
yeah.
What? He's a black belt in MMA?
Mm-hmm.
So what the fuck is black belt? Let's come back. Like, scratching the fact, we are so close.
Yeah.
A family.
Mm-hmm.
He knows everything I do. We share everything. You can come up with statement like that to the guy who's actually active fighter.
Like participating in it, yeah.
In it, live it, watching it. The kids doing it. The kids watching it. He's a black belt in MMA. He's actually instructor. So I'm, all right. I play along. When the fights he had, none.
Yeah.
Where is he coaching from? Savage? Yeah, no, I raised my case. Thank you. The
I think you know what I
fought.
think of those kinds of gyms. There's 2 types of martial arts gyms, I always think. There's ones that are solely like concerned with getting your money off you. So they'll take anyone in, give out belts, to make dojos. And there's other gyms where it's like, it's real.
Wait, a dojo or a Mac dojo?
Yeah.
Are we going that way?
You know what I mean? There's plenty of them around, like, so.
No, aside of that, I do love the idea, and I said it to him yesterday, I do love the idea of Mac dojo. I do love the idea of self-defense classes that are gonna tell you, if you turn your chin to the side and get that triangle in between your elbow, and that's your window to breathe, or whatever she fucking called it, and then you turn yourself, kick somebody in the balls, elbow somebody in the balls,
that
and
girl
run.
on the news, I seen her doing all that.
Me and Andy went through it, and I pissed myself. I said, yesterday at the gym, the girl was talking about it. So I demonstrate to her. It's like, listen, I give you 60% of non-vicious attacker. Just me holding you. You try to punch my balls. So like, I can't. Now imagine if I try to hurt you. Only thing you can do, you just lie there and beg for mercy. Because somebody who's my size, even half my size, a strong guy, grab your neck, you're fucked.
Yeah.
There's no window of life. There's no magic technique. You're fucked.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. There's kind of a divide between these types of martial arts. On the one hand, you have the McDojo-y side of stuff where...
But it's good they're doing something.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Of course.
You get out the highs. You get your confidence a wee bit.
But my problem with it is, if you're only training on a guy who's like, throws a punch and he stands there with his arm out and you hit him in the balls and throw him and do an arm lock, and or you stand him with a knife like this, and it's all very choreographed. You can do the move on someone when he's standing, letting you do it. But the difference between that and what we do is, when you go to training every night, the other guy's a trained fighter who's actively trying to stop you doing what you're doing.
Yeah, try to fuck you up.
So if you can guillotine him, or you can sweep him, or it works.
Yeah.
You don't need to have all this like choreographed rubbish, because then when you send someone out into the world, someone comes up behind them at an ATM and they think they're Jackie Chan, and they realize very quickly none of it works.
Actually, my wife said a smart thing. She said, at that moment, you probably do shit.
Yeah.
At that moment, somebody grab you, probably do shit. You probably forget, oh, turn, do that. Or if I gonna, just fucking scream.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been asked a number of times, what would you do if somebody start at you in a bar? So walk away. What if you can't walk away? I wouldn't be in the situation somebody can start on me because I don't go to the bars. If somebody will start slobber to me, I just walk away. I cannot be fuck fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fight in this gym. I fight in octagon. I roll on a mat. I don't get paid to fucking go to the bar and get beat up by somebody or beat somebody up.
Well, that like the more you train, the less you want to fight. You
Well,
fight
you know
every
the
night.
consequences
Yeah.
of what's can happen.
You're going, I don't want to lose a tooth. I don't want to get arrested. There's so many variable things that can happen when you start fighting in the street. Like one of the best things, one of my first, the first guys that kind of got me back into martial arts was my friend called Jude. And he came from like a traditional kind of martial arts background. But one of the key things that he taught me that I'll never forget was he called it verbal jiu-jitsu. And we used to kind of like, we'd just do this like randomly with each other to see how you'd react. But you know, someone would walk in and go, what the fuck are you looking at? And normally, naturally as a guy, you go, what? And you puff your chest, you're going to fight. Whereas if you come up to the guy and he goes, what the fuck are you looking at? And you go, is your name James? You look like a guy I went to school with. Immediately that guy's now going, oh. Or you go, are you looking at my girl? It's like, is her name Sarah? She looks like, I think I've used to work with her or whatever. And you go, no. Or you spill his drink. You spill my fucking drink. Oh man, I'm an idiot. Let me go get you another one. In all three of those scenarios, you could have been in a fight, but you don't have to. As the skilled martial artist, you should be able to go, how do I pull the level of this back down? Now, there's obviously the guy that corners you in an alleyway who wants to just fight you. There's nothing you can do with him. But the majority
Don't
of
be
fights...
in an alley.
Exactly, yeah. The majority of fights can be avoided.
Yeah.
By your awareness. So if people think this is crazy, but if I'm walking at nighttime, I'm not like scrolling on my phone. That's when you get attacked by someone.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on here? What's up that alleyway? What's up this one? There's a big group of lads over there that don't look too good. I'm going to go this way. Just that simple awareness of your surroundings will get you so far. You don't you don't have to throw a punch. You never have to fight. If you just have that awareness of what's going on around you, you'll avoid 90% of things.
Even what you said about the speaking, I think your confidence as a fighter have a massive key to it. If you train any type of martial arts and you learn you can take a punch, you know how it feels like. You know the consequences of throwing the punch. You coming up to situations like that whenever your cortisol going up, you know how to deal with it. You not freeze. So let's say somebody square up to you, it's like, man, no. Listen, you're stronger. I don't give a shit, mate. Sorry. I'm walking away. You just walk away. You feel confident. Yes, I could fuck him up. But what's the point? Where's the carrot on that?
Yeah. Like, I think that's the biggest thing that it gives people, because you're training every day, all the time. If someone does come and push you, you're not getting that adrenaline spike that you start, like, you can't talk and you don't know what to do and you can't think. Because fighting's so, you know, a part of your life. If someone comes up and pushes you, yeah, your adrenaline's gonna spike, but your heart's not like beating like a drum. You know what to do. You know if he punches me, I got punched yesterday 35 times. Big thing. You're able to keep your emotions at a level where you can at least think straight. Whereas a lot of the time, if someone's not used to that, someone will push them and they'll just freeze up and they can't even talk. They can't do anything. They're definitely not doing anything.
Because they've never been in altercation.
That's it.
But see, you said about the jiu-jitsu, what did you call it?
It's like traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu.
Would you classify it as one of the Bushido teachings? Is that, it's have equivalent on the street? Can you use it at all? Or it's just more...
Yeah, so the thing I find annoying about it is all jiu-jitsu comes from Japan. It's not Brazilian. It all originated in Japan. Now, the stuff that they used to do back, you know, hundreds of years ago, they could fucking kill you with it. It wasn't like, you know, I'll do an armbar and the guy taps in my competition. It was for fighting on the battlefield. Now, I've trained with guys who are, you know, Japanese jiu-jitsu experts who are savages, savages. But it's because they still train the old school way. They're still, you know, testing moves and go, right, try and resist, try and stop this. What if I do that? What if I do that? More similar to what we do in BJJ and MMA. The problem is it's exactly like karate. If you go to Japan and go to one of the old school dojos, those guys are
Full sparring.
machines. Their hands are like stone. They could kick a tree in half. They take it super, super serious. But then you could drive a mile up the road and there's a guy who's taking a karate class for some American guys and they're just 1, 2, 3. And then people will look at both those things and go, karate doesn't work.
All right.
It's where are you getting it from?
Is it point fighting, is it?
Yeah.
You ever watched
And
that?
they do the big screaming and all that
But you
stuff.
ever watched competitions whenever they have like an obstacle course?
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe that's actually not the piss take because there's like commentary to it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're totally fucking serious.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see Steven has upgraded himself over the past 2 years and he can actually do the front flip and he did the roll. I done it in P1.
Yeah.
And then you can see him break an imaginary desk.
Mm-hmm.
Then he come down and do fucking 2 low kicks because his flexibility is worse than mine. I'm flexible of a plank.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you're not serious that people pay money to watch that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we struggle to get fucking...
But the thing that's annoying about it is like there is basically no money in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It's tough. You know, you're never gonna live in a mansion from having a jiu-jitsu gym. But if you go and open one of these, you know, kung fu schools where the guy's throwing people across the room with the
What do you need,
force.
kids?
Yeah. But
Kids is the future.
oh yeah, big
See,
time.
you do anything with the name kids in it, you win it. Because you reach areas if you put self-defense for the kids. So what the fuck you need the self-defense for? You're a child.
Yeah.
You should sit in a fucking house, but fair play. Self-defense in water for kids, and people will come down, pay big bucks for some guy just making shit as it goes for them to teach that.
Yeah. You know, you see these like anti-bullying things where a guy's holding the pad and the kid comes and pushes them away and goes, stay back, and all this stuff. It's like, that's... But people pay insane money. And sometimes I look at these videos and I go, this guy's got 300 people in his class and nothing he teaches works at all. And sometimes you go, did I get it wrong? Should I have done...
That should be my class!
Do you know what I mean? Or should I at least, like, maybe I'll teach the real stuff as well, but in the evening time, but then I couldn't do it, just for my own principles.
Still, like, even that, I'm happy for it, because they go out the house and do something.
Well, the one thing
but
that
we need to be a wee disclaimer.
Yeah, that's the
meant
thing,
to hurt you.
That's the thing that I think needs to be made super clear to people. If you're getting a load of middle-aged women in and you're going, this is how you take a knife off someone, and they're going like grabbing his hand, turning the knife, and you need to
Jim
really
Carrey.
make clear that doesn't work.
That's Jim Carrey. That's his old sketch, Jim Carrey, whenever he gets stabbed a few times.
Because the problem is then these people go out into the world
Believe that.
and they go, oh, if someone attacks me with a knife, I'm going to do... No. Like,
you fucking run.
Yeah.
Karen, you're obese, 50-year-old woman. You start fucking running like there's no... like the McDonald's have off sale, you just fucking run.
100%. Like, I train martial arts every day of my life. Like, if someone pulls a knife out to me and I can't run, he's getting everything in my pockets and that's it. Why would I ever put myself in a scenario to have a physical altercation with someone with a knife that can take your life from you? It's not worth it.
You ever seen your man from, I think he's from Philadelphia, always wearing tactical gear? darker guy.
Yeah.
And his daughter looks just like him, just like a wee tiny female version.
Detroit urban survival training.
Oh, I fucking love him. I want autograph of that guy because what he's teaching went on national, like your pink girl, fucking pink girl.
Mhm.
How that's make national news and go all around the fucking nation. But let's do kickboxing class. We'll learn how to kick somebody's shit in. No, let's learn how to be a 12-year-old wee girl stopping 6'5", 260, 270-pound fella would say, no, stop kicking him at imaginary balls and running away. Or moving his magical arm with, his fucking arm that's way more than her, with 2 hands, kicking him in the shin and running.
Mm-hmm. But that's just the modern world. Even if you go outside the world of martial arts, people nowadays want to go along to even like a gym and they go, right, I want to be shredded with a 6-pack in 6 weeks. And we know that's not how life works.
It is.
But
it's called a lot of money and a lot of fucking plastic surgeries.
Yeah. Well, if you want, but what a real coach who's like aligned with reality will tell you is like, okay, if you're overweight at the minute, it might take you 3-4 years of good grinding, good diet, good sleep to get the body that you want. But if you turn around and you say that to a client, most of them don't have the discipline and the determination to go, right, this is 3 years of work.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in martial arts. If you do a 2-week defense course, you get a certificate, oh, you're such a killer. It rubs their ego. And then they get to go out into the world feeling like a black belt. You know what I mean?
You're getting black belt in MMA and start becoming a instructor.
Yeah. Whereas if like a good coach will tell you to get anywhere good at this, it's a 5, 10, 15-year investment. People don't want to do that.
You know people I know. And non-person I ever met who's a skilled fighter could literally can fuck you up at any time of, doesn't matter where, ever told me, I'm done. Like, that's my...
Completed it.
I completed it. Like, no, I been there, I got BJJ, I've got my black belt, I finished my training, that's me done. I know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Never hear that.
Doesn't
ever
happen.
Speak with the highest guys, like Christian Woodsman.
Yeah.
The Logic Man.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to him, and the guy is a worldwide famous, and still the most level guy. And he's still learning himself. He's still practicing. He's still training. It's not like, oh, got it done. What's on telly?
Yeah.
Same. Every single guy I know, like Marius Domestad, fucking black belt, killer, huge fella. Well, he's 2nd degree black belt. Train, going all around the world, showing people what to do, how to do stuff. Haven't completed it.
But there's always more and more to learn. Jiu-jitsu's always evolving, and new techniques come, and old ones, become obsolete.
Every martial arts sport.
Yeah, but
even as a sport, even as a hobby.
Yeah, big time. But I think the very humbling thing about jiu-jitsu is no matter how good you get at it, you always run into someone that's way better than you.
No.
And it doesn't matter. You could be a black belt world champion. There's someone else out there that will absolutely maul you.
Yeah, like Pat McAllister.
Yeah, there's tons of killers like that. And then the cool thing about it is there's guys above that and guys above that and guys above that, right the way until you get to the top 10 guys in the world. But even between those top 10 guys, there's a gap. The number 1 guy is gonna fuck up the number 10 guy.
Yeah,
that's how it goes. So in jiu-jitsu, you don't have the luxury of I'll take a year off. If you take a year off and come back, everyone else just overtakes you.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Yeah.
And tell me, so you fought?
I've only fought 1 time. Do you mean in MMA?
No. Jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah, jiu-jitsu. I've competed a decent bit.
Yeah.
Not as much as I'd like.
Which one would be your most exciting fight, and which one you will classify as the biggest achievement Like which one you felt after like, fuck me, I'm dog's balls today. Dog's balls. You know what I mean? Bee's knees.
So this is out of respect for those guys. So the last subculture, my match against Matthew and Simon Hutchinson, they were probably my most meaningful wins to me. And before I stepped on the mat with them guys, I thought there's no way I'm gonna win, because I have so much respect for them. Like for the last 7 odd years I've been training, I always knew that they're kind of the top of the food chain in terms of grappling in this country. And that day I knew I was the underdog. I knew everyone didn't really give me a chance. So I just thought, I'm just going to go for this and see what happens. And luckily things fell in favor for me that day. That was probably, like, in terms of the level of them guys, that probably would have been the most meaningful one that I remember. The other one that people obviously talk about was, I showed you just before then, that match was actually on Andy's show, the Chaos, yeah, was against, his name's Muhammad Ali, like the boxer, but the jiu-jitsu version. Like a lot of people after that happened were messaging me,
Offering your scrap.
no, it was, they all, I don't think people realized that it wasn't a good thing for me. Everyone was like, oh, you broke his leg, and it affected me for quite a long time after. Number one, because I thought, this is a guy I like and have respect for. He's going to be off the mat for months. But for quite a while after that match,
You just keep in contact?
yeah. Like I was always checking how he was recovering and stuff, and he's still competing now, which I'm delighted with. You know, he didn't stop or let it deter him, but I don't think people realized for months after that, it started messing with my head, because I started going, I really badly hurt someone. You know, it's potentially a life-altering injury. And then it started getting into my mind. It's like, they can do that to you.
No.
You know? So whenever I'm going on the mat with guys like Matthew Elliott or Simon Hutchinson, these guys are at that level where they can cripple you in 3 seconds. Doesn't take any time at all. So for me, getting over that hurdle in my mind, it wasn't an easy thing. Every time I was going to step on the mat, I was like getting really anxious and felt sick, and I don't want to do that to him, but he could do that to me, and it just messes with your mind. But I was telling you, it's a credit to Muhammad. Like 2 months to the day after it happened, he competed again and won double gold.
It's just something else.
You can't really compete with that.
1 second, just need to check something. Huh. Sweet.
Perfect.
No, because I'm a dumbass, and because as you find out, my life is not even chaotic. It's just need to find a new word to explain that. I forgot to charge my phone today.
Right.
And unfortunately, right before I had to move stuff to different hard drives, so my battery drained to half. But it's sweet.
Should be okay.
Sweet. I'm always scared, because once I was recording with Jimmy Lemon,
And it run out.
and battery run out, but it was actually in a perfect moment, because me and Jimmy can ramble.
Yeah.
And we just finished like the main part, and then we started rambling for like about 10 more minutes. But that was a cutoff point, so like brilliant. So if anybody watching Jimmy's one, gonna be like, done.
Cut off at the end.
No, it's a perfect timing. But see, same with every interview, like every single person here who was either was a physio or whoever, have that one moment life decide, oh, I want to do that. What was your moment to start doing BJJ? Except want to fuck people up? Or did you want to open the self-defense class?
So it was kind of strange journey for me. So whenever I was at school, if you had have asked me when I was like 12 or 13, Matt, what are you going to do? I had no shame. I used to just look people in the eyes and go, I'm going to play rugby for Ireland. And like, I fully believed, like, absolutely 100%. There's nothing else on this earth I wanted to do. And from I was,
You have a wee hint of autism.
yeah,
Okay.
I would,
That's
well,
explained a lot.
I don't, I've never been diagnosed with anything, but
Oh no, but that'll explain a lot.
you're not the first person who's made that.
Because you can see clearly it's a pattern. Like, I want to do that. Fuck, I'm gonna do that. It's just going to
Yeah.
happen. That's it.
And all my parents used to tell me, Matt, the percentage of people that actually end up playing for their country is very small. You need a backup option. And I was like, fuck that. Why do I need one of those?
Exactly.
This is what I'm gonna do. And when I got to I was playing for Campbell, and then I left school and I was looking for like a senior team to play for. I had a really bad injury. I went to like catch a ball and kind of like landed on my foot. I basically toe-holded myself. All the ligaments in my ankle were all like a big watermelon, and I'd had a load of head injuries and stuff, and the doctor told me like, that's it, no more rugby, you're never going to be able to play again. Now looking back, he was wrong, but it was one of the best things that happened to me because it led me here. Now, it wasn't just a straight case of like...
Right. So doctor said to you, you can't play contact sport.
Yeah.
Because it's bad for you.
Yeah.
And you choose BJJ.
So there's a bit of time in between. So when I stopped playing, when I stopped playing rugby, I was like super focused. Didn't drink, didn't do nothing, was like super into my training.
What age were you?
I would have been 19 when that injury happened. Now,
you weren't drinking at 19?
No.
You're definitely autistic. I like that.
Now, after that, once I lost rugby, I went and like, there was a few years of my life wasn't so great. So because I didn't have
drive,
the like meaning and thing to focus on, I started trying to like cope with drinking, drugs, whatever. So I drifted away from sport and got really into music. I was in a band, we were playing every weekend and all sorts of cool stuff. So
my sources are shit.
That was another two...
What did you call the band?
The band was called Acid Age. If you haven't checked them out...
Acid Age?
Acid Age.
I used to love the band name Acid Drinkers.
Yeah.
Acid Age.
It's kind of... it's like thrash metal.
Oh, fuck, my jam.
Yeah. So it was a really, really cool time in my life. Like, those guys are amazing at what they do. They still tour and they're doing really well. And but for me, I was aware that I wasn't processing stuff that I should have been processing. I was just smoking whatever. And very quickly it caught up with me. Yeah. Very quickly it caught up with me that like, this isn't good. And I felt I would have held the guys in the band back. And what was really cool about it, it was just by chance I met these guys, but Jude, who was the other guitar player in the band, he's super into martial arts.
Jude, who showed you BJJ?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm so smart.
So Jude was into, he's into all sorts of martial arts, Aikido, karate, judo, jiu-jitsu, anything.
Once again, what did you say at the start? Did you bring a Steven Seagal to the table now?
So he's just into any martial arts, to be honest. And I remember
Aikido.
When we met, we really obviously bonded because we were both guitar players, loved the same music, whatever. But then it got brought up that he used to do jiu-jitsu. I used to do jiu-jitsu. And then we started just hanging out and practicing throws and some arm bars and whatever. And then he actually opened his own school in Lisburn. And we were training all day long. We would train all day. Then we would go rehearse with the band. Like, that was just our life. And then...
You know who it sounds like?
Who?
Was like a godfather of BJJ, who's absolutely another. He used to be in a punk rock band and a very close friend of Joe Rogan.
Is it
he opened his
Henry Rollins?
No. Opened his own school.
Is it Kurt Osiander?
No.
The one with the long hair?
No.
No.
You will know him straight away. Because he started fighting combat jiu-jitsu.
Oh, Eddie Bravo.
Yeah.
Yes. Very similar. very similar.
You're my Eddie Bravo son.
Yeah. Like, but we were always on the same page. Like, he got me back into training martial arts, and he's still one of my best friends today. And then his school unfortunately closed in Lisburn. He's still training people now in Dungannon. But then Team Torres, they're down in Uri. They actually had a gym that opened in Lisburn, and I was living in Lisburn at the time, and it was like directly across the road from my house. So I started going there, and the guys in there were amazing. Like, that was my first kind of exposure to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So it was a very important day in my life. I remember going in for the first day, and remember I have a black belt. Do you know what I mean? So I'm walking in here going, I'm gonna show everyone what's up here. And I remember very quickly, you know, I got smoked by everyone. Everyone. And I remember there was a certain point I was like sitting up against the wall, like trying not to die. And the coach said to me, he's like, do you round with her? And I looked at him and I was like, it's a girl? He's like, I'm not gonna beat up a girl. And he was like, one of the best lessons I ever learned. And he was like, trust me, go and roll with her. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to take it easy here. She whooped my ass.
Yeah.
She beat me black and blue. Everyone in that place beat me up. And it was only really open for, I think, 4 or 5 months, the time that I was training in, and then they closed that gym. It was Seb Torres and Ryan McCartney that were both teaching out of there, and still to this day, like, Ryan's been the best coach I've ever seen teach. Like, he's a genius. Then I went a few months without training after they closed, and then I moved up to Belfast and started training at SBG. And I was absolutely broke at the time. I didn't even have the money to pay for training. But thankfully, Damien, the coach there, I think he kind of recognized that maybe autism, there's something going on. And he realized that I was super duper into jiu-jitsu. And I remember going to him one day and saying, you know, I don't think I'm going to be able to pay my membership. Like, I don't know what to do. And he said, well, just clean the mats for me, and then, you know, you can train as much as you want. So then that started me. I was cleaning twice a day, and I basically lived in that place. The first 3 or 4 years that I trained, I would have done 2-3 sessions basically every day. And then pretty quickly after that, some of the coaches left, and I started taking like beginners classes and foundations classes, and then I really, really fell in love with teaching.
It's foundation. Even Connor said foundation is the best class you can go to. Doesn't matter where.
Yeah. Well, you go through different, I think everyone does this, you go through different phases. When you start learning jiu-jitsu, you have to learn the foundations.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to get smashed. But then when people get around blue belt level and they're a little bit decent, then they start getting pulled in by the flashy, fancy stuff. And they start looking up all this crazy nonsense on YouTube and doing all these silly moves.
No, white belt does that as well.
And then you realize very quickly, once you start, you know, your
Buggy
purple,
chokes.
brown belt level, you start going, none of that works. The old school, tried and tested fundamental jiu-jitsu works every time. That's why if you watch 2 black belts rolling at the highest level, you're not going to be seeing any of those crazy spinny techniques. They're all doing old school stuff. They're passing from half guard, they're mounting the guy, they're taking his back, you know, stuff that we all know as the foundations of jiu-jitsu. Yeah, and then I was in SPG for about 5 years and met some great people I'm still friends with today. I ended up coaching quite a few classes in there every week, and then I started to get an itch. I started drifting away from the gi. I just found it, I didn't have the same fire to learn gi that I did with no gi. So I tried to kind of stick it out for as long as I could, but eventually I was like, right, I want to do no-gi all the time. So I think the only answer for me is to do my own thing. So that's when I left, and me and my friend Paddy started Black Stuff.
Paddy, I met you.
Yeah, Paddy's a good guy.
Very
One
quiet.
of the a lot of people won't know this. They probably don't even know his name. Paddy Lynn, one of our other coaches, he's like the best kept secret in Irish grappling. No one knows who he is or how skillful he is because he doesn't go and compete, but he is a machine. I've seen a lot of black belts come in from other gyms, and they go to roll with Paddy, and obviously in no-gi you don't have a belt on, so they don't know what level he is. And a lot of people leave very humbled by his skill level. I keep going on at him to please compete, please, 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 but he's just not. He just doesn't seem to be into it. He's more into coaching and helping people. And
Oh, that's good, but I was going to actually ask about it because I know you competed yourself.
Mhm.
What's your view on coaches who coaching without competing? Well, I know now you have Paddy.
Yeah.
But do you don't think it's good if coach competed even unsuccessfully, even was a shade grappler,
Mhm.
shade fighter,
Mhm.
but have fair share of being humbled by somebody else and find out he's easier to teach. He have better understanding of teaching. He feels better teaching than actually participating in a sport. That makes sense.
Yeah, I do think. I think a lot of people think that just because you're very good, that you're a good coach.
No,
That's a completely different
I'm
thing.
a shit swimmer.
Completely different thing. There's some guys I know that when you roll with them, they're not at that top level, but they can teach you how and why to do everything perfectly. So I think it's always a benefit if you have a coach who's been in the arena. He's especially, you're an MMA guy. If you've had a coach that's done weight cuts, they've been through the trenches, they know what it feels like, they can relate to you more. But I don't think it's always absolutely necessary. The best coach on earth in jiu-jitsu anyway is, in my opinion, is a guy called John Danaher, who's crippled. He's had 2 hip replacements, a knee replacement. He's never competed in his life, but he's phenomenal at coaching. But he's the exception to the rule. I think in general, if you want to build yourself up as an athlete, I would recommend that you find a coach who at least is familiar with competing at that level.
Yeah. Well, he trained. Oh my god.
GSP,
Yes, he trained GSP. He trained
Gordon
Gordon Ryan,
Gary Tonin,
your wee girl.
Helena Kravar.
Yeah. So he trained like the elite level, like the guys like a cherry on top. No, top of the cream. What do you call it?
Top of the tree.
Top of the tree. What I tried to say, cream of the top.
We've mixed 2 together there.
Oh,
I
I
think
see
it's
my
better.
Polish kicking is cream of the top. Some French saying, I don't know. It's about people on the right at the top. Yeah. Top
But
of the tree.
I don't think a lot of people will bring him up and say, so that means your coach doesn't have to compete.
No.
He's exceptional. There's only a few of those guys on it.
Put it this way, like footballers, look on football coaches.
Mhm.
Just for most people can refer to football because everybody watch that. I prefer to watch paint drying on the wall than football.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them haven't seen the pitch properly.
Yeah.
They play in like a freaking 10th team in a freaking, I don't know, the negative seconds.
One of the biggest sports for it is American football. Most of the coaches have never played, which is insane,
I know I played American football, but my coach played.
Yeah.
But I think it's understanding of the sport. But in that case, still, if you get hit on the pitch, you need to feel how it's...
Yeah, there's certain things you're only going to learn from participating in it yourself. Yes. But I do think there are exceptional weirdos in everything that are just like totally obsessed. And those ones can sometimes be outliers. But that doesn't mean that just because he can do it that way that everyone can.
Yeah.
You know.
No, thank you for that. That's actually enlightened me a wee bit, because I was always baffled by that. I always try to figure in my head like how somebody who never compete can tell me what to do. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You never get punched in the face properly. You never have the guy on the front of you. Yeah, you can spar, but you never had the guy on the front of you who'll let you try to rip your face off.
Yeah, yeah. There's an argument for both, but
Yeah.
I feel like particularly more so in your sport, like if you're going to the cage and Pat McAllister's behind you, you feel you're all right. You know you're all right.
I had him behind me, but I couldn't hear shit on my first fight.
But you know that him and Liam and all those other guys, they've walked the walk. They've done it 1,000
Yes.
times. It's not new to them. So if they tell you something, it's because they have experience that you just can't buy.
Yeah.
If you were walking in with a coach that, yeah, he knows his stuff, but he hasn't been in there, it kind of plays in your mind a wee bit. More so in MMA, because the consequences are so much greater.
Yeah.
If I have a bad day, big deal. Some guy taps me. That happens every day in training, so it's not a big deal. For you guys, if it goes wrong, you get knocked out in front of your whole family. It's a serious thing. So I think the stakes are a wee bit higher in MMA.
But it's nice to get your your hand raised afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like I choose that sport because Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
I watched Chuck Liddell as a child. It's like, holy shit, what they doing? UFC? Was that? What's the first TUF? Oh my god! And now I'm training one of the guys who actually was on TUF. I'm like,
yeah,
that's my claim to fame. Never gonna watch that freaking rash guard again.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, talking about the rash guards and what made you start your own school to the point you're now? You said you want to try your own no-gi.
Yeah,
so this SBG had no-gi section before you decided to do it?
They did have no-gi, so probably
training. Sorry,
I would say 40% of my teaching was no-gi, and the other 60 was in the gi. It wasn't just that I didn't want. Well, the big first reason is I just see no value in training in the gi. I just don't find it fun. I don't want to study it the same way that I do with no-gi. It just didn't do anything for me. So I wanted to put 100% of my time into no-gi. And I seen problems in the way that most people traditionally teach jiu-jitsu. So most jiu-jitsu schools, they'll do 60% of the time in the gi, 40% in no-gi. But the other big problem that I would see is most jiu-jitsu places, now this isn't all of them, most of them don't teach you any takedowns, even though the entire martial art's based on the ground. To me, that was just insane. And the second thing is very few schools taught like leg locks. And very quickly when I started doing jiu-jitsu, I recognized the effectiveness of leg locks. Even guys that were like brown and black belt level find it really hard to stop them. So those two things, I was like, why is that not being taught and why is this not being taught? So whenever I wanted to start my own place, those were two of the big factors. I didn't want to train in the gi. I wanted to do more takedowns. So I wanted to have students that could wrestle with wrestlers, could do judo with judokas, and I wanted guys that had really, really solid fundamental understanding of leg locks. And I couldn't see any schools, at least in the north or that I knew of, that were doing things that exact way. So I could see there's all the traditional schools. They're all great at what they do. They're fantastic. There's loads of great schools in Belfast and all the surrounding areas. Then you have the other kind of side of the divide is MMA. But I didn't see any schools that were like in the middle, you know.
So in your opinion, you went through a few schools. Which one would be the best school for jiu-jitsu and which one would be the best school for MMA? You can't choose your own. Fuck you.
So, for me, the best instruction, the teaching quality I ever got was from Ryan McCartney and Team Torres. He lives in the States now, so I can't really say him, but that guy was phenomenal. Everything, any question you'd ask him, he would give you like a 10-page answer. He's so clued into jiu-jitsu. But because he's not here, for straight jiu-jitsu,
You can use your own school.
I know. I'm probably gonna have to say New Ground in the city centre. What they've, not only their facilities, but the standard of their coaches, even their kids program, everything about their gym, I've always admired. They have like some of the guys that have in there, Martin McClelland, Simon Hutchinson, Reedy. They've got a whole big list of black belts. What they've achieved has been amazing. For me, the easy answer for MMA is it has to be Fight Academy.
Oh, seriously?
Well, if you, I
I'm
know
only
that,
joking.
I know there's other gyms, but they haven't achieved a tenth of what they have.
I thought about that a lot because I don't want to be biased.
No, I'm telling you as an outsider. I'm not an MMA guy.
So for me, seeing different fighters, seeing different gyms, being different gyms, I'm never gonna say some gyms are shit, some gyms are not shit. But from what me as a Polish guy who lives in East Belfast go to the West Belfast, highly Catholic place, and you know what you're gonna get there. Being so warm welcome, having coaching teams that message me on my wedding day. That's actually bring the tear on my eye because I was going scrolling through my videos yesterday, and it says like, you got a skeleton send you wedding wishes. I'm like, oh, I got Joe and the rest of them. I'm like, shit. And except the teachings from school and from Pat, from Liam, from the rest of the coaches like Eden, Adam, D, Donald, everybody, so full of knowledge. The approach towards students, it's just new level.
Well, as I said, I'm not an MMA guy, and I've actually never been to Fight Academy to train.
Oh, you should try it.
But
like
if you can't look at what they've done, your eyes are painted on.
Yeah.
Look at the standard they've got. Not just one or two fighters. There's a whole army of them coming through. And I don't think people realize, like, they have guys obviously like Paul Hughes and that are at the top level already. There's so many young guys that are coming into that gym that are gonna just, in the next 5 years, they'll be replacing them. And that's what I think is so amazing about it. For a small place like Belfast, they haven't just produced one or two champions. It's like an army of them. And then the next generation's coming after that. If you don't look at that as a martial arts coach and get inspired, you're missing something. Because, like,
I think it's more of an equality in the place.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Even as a champions, even as the guys training at the top level, you get treated like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact, because I'm always shitting myself of being late.
Yeah.
I hate being that running in late. And once I was like 5 minutes late and I run in, bolted in, I have a fair travel. And see one of the top guys walking out. It's like, where are you going? So I get kicked out because I was late. I don't even bother. Fuck it. I'm gonna go and say sorry. I say, hey, come on. Sit down. So like, sorry, being late. So no, you have to travel far away, and that's fine. Okay, fine. Well, I have a better excuse because I've got like 45 minutes driving.
Yeah, there's traffic.
But there's guys who travel from Derry. And they're on time. I was laughing because I was talking to Jordan O'Neill and I says, as the times it's faster for me to go to Dungiven from my house than actually reach Academy. I was stuck in the traffic for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
For the Knock Road, all those wee alleys there. Dungiven, 45, 50 minutes. Hour 5 if I don't push it. I'm like,
yeah, but for me, that's a no-brainer, that one. Now, maybe I'm just not clued in enough to the MMA scene. I know there's lots of like new gyms that have been popping up. But for me, if I was a fighter and that's the path I was going down,
Because lots of guys
easy.
coming in.
Yeah.
You can see the guys from Dublin come travel training. And I do believe that cross training between the gyms, it's brilliant.
Mhm.
I don't think there should be prosecution. I'm not sure it's a good word, but like gyms can be really closed off. Or if you go train somewhere else,
Oh, yeah.
you're a wanker.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
off.
for sure. For
So
sure.
like I go and train with you. I
Mhm.
go and train with Mike.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna say anything to me. It's like I bring something else to the table. Or I learned something. You wanna find out, oh, D is brilliant in leg locks. See what he can do.
Yeah.
And train together.
Mhm.
So we're all evolving with the sport, which we can bring to the ring, octagon, mat after.
Yeah. Well, I think that old school mentality of like, no, you can't train and it's disloyal to go. I think that comes from a coach that knows they're not that secure. So they think that if he goes here and trains here, he might think that coach is better than me and then he won't come back. But if you know, I know my stuff, and yeah, there might be another coach that is better at something else than me, but I know in my particular skill set, I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Then it means that you can let your students go train somewhere because they know that they're not going to find your skill set over there and vice versa. But it's having the confidence of knowing that, like, if you're good,
And you
they're
want
going to come back.
Yeah, and you want to train your student as your student,
Yeah.
not your own
Of
property.
course, they're not your possession.
You want to be for them to be the best. If the decision is, listen, I need to go and train with them for like 2-3 months, X, Y, and Z, like they're doing that. I have different weight classes there. There's different guys.
Mhm.
Knock yourself out. I said it to my friend years ago. It's nice take a time off and change scenery.
Yeah.
Because you want to find out you're better after taking like 2 weeks off, go to different gym, meet different people, might to click.
Yeah.
Try it.
The other thing that I think happens, I noticed this particularly in our gym. Our gym's quite small. So
It's cozy. I wouldn't say small, it's cozy.
yeah. So there's not that many of us training. Everyone's improving. We're all learning the same stuff all the time. But the problem with that is because we're all learning the same techniques, everyone's always improving at the same rate. So if you're coming in every day and you're going, right, how am I performing against Paddy? And you're a blue or a white belt, that's not going to do well for you because he's improving at the same rate that you are. You only realize how much you've improved when you go to a different gym, you go to open mat and you roll with other white and blue belts, and then you go, oh, well, like I actually can see the improvement now. But if you're in this little isolated bubble of only the same training partners and the same teaching, you don't realize that because you think that you're improving and everyone else is going to stay here, but really everyone improves at the same rate.
So you might to go both ways.
Yeah.
You might actually bring like an incest training. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's actually a new term. Incest training. Stay in the same gene pool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look, we actually say something smart.
Yeah.
I want that that's recorded. Yes. Now the fun part, I've got the question to you.
Okay. Right.
So that's
I had
a new
no
thing.
warning for these, so.
Oh no, you have no warning. You had a warning, there's gonna be, but I'll try to find where I put it because I have two. I'm gonna give you a nice one. Okay, so this is provided by my physio, who's also my brother-in-law,
Okay.
and I can clearly say he's a good friend of mine, amazing human as well.
Mm-hmm.
But he's kind of fucked up like me. So I decided to do Would You Rather.
Right.
As
They're not like dirty ones. Like,
no.
okay.
But it is kind of sick,
Okay.
right? I asked my wife, and I asked two different people just to go through with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you rather drink a shot glass
Mhm.
of a good sweat to be hydrated for a whole entire day? Now, just mine. Doesn't taste like a good sweat. It tastes like your favorite drink. But let's say that will be a good sweat of a fella you know and you roll with you whole entire day. and you know that, you physically know that, you saw it, but it's just one shot and keep you hydrated for whole entire day, but tastes like Dr. Pepper, right? Or drink 5 liters of water.
But tastes like goat sweat.
Yeah.
I've got to go the shot glass. It tastes
So
like
I was
Dr.
thinking
Pepper.
about that. My wife says, no, I will drink 5 liters. You will drink 5 liters of water that tastes like somebody's ball sweat.
Because that would make you sick. Whereas if it's Dr. Pepper, straight down the
And you
hatch.
still see that guy rolling all day and just like take his freaking pants like, go ahead, man. It's a hard question.
It
'cause
is.
It's like,
It is, yeah. I've got to go with the shot glass.
I would go for the shot glass.
I know I couldn't stomach 5 liters of like tasting good sweat.
No, that's for you. You have to drink 5 liters to stay hydrated. So if the situation is you're in desert, you have to do it to survive. So it's no brainer. You take one shot of something tastes nice. You even know it's somebody's ball sweat, but
yeah,
it's
that one wasn't. That was pretty easy.
right. The other one, I think the other one is kind of like horrific. Okay, that's an easy one, but it's not easy. Would you rather be chronically underdressed or occasionally overdressed? It's a shit question to you, because if you're a wee bit like me, you don't give a fuck how you dressed.
Sort of.
Yeah, I thought so, but I keep the last one for next time, because it's a more complicated one. But I do believe if you're underdressed or overdressed and you do jiu-jitsu, you do not care anymore of riding your sliders in a public transport.
Yeah.
You don't care of going to school in the shorts because you're going training straight after in the middle of winter.
Yeah, I would be more like that. If it's pragmatic, so like keeps you warm, keeps the rain off you.
Yeah,
I'll wear anything.
Like, there's a difference between people who dressed not to impress, but just like, holy shit, what's going on there? Oh, don't look at me. I don't want to get any attention from people. I just want to say, like, mate, you're wearing 3 coats, green glasses, and your hair is 17 colors.
You definitely want attention.
Exactly. Like, I don't want guys to look at me all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Of course.
Like those guys at the gym. Ass hanging out, tits on the front. I don't want, you're such a pervert. You look at me, it's like,
yeah,
kind of ask for it.
Yeah, it's.
But being underdressed is another thing. Let's say annual Jiu-Jitsu awards held in Titanic quarters. Everybody come down. Everybody dressed, tux and gym gear, especially on occasion tailored from freaking Hugo Boss. No, he made the Nazi uniform, so I changed it. I don't know, Coco Chanel or some other twat tailored whole suits and all the gym gear, and you rocked in and a piano top, shorts, and pair of sliders. Like,
I'd rather be that guy though.
Yeah,
he's cooler than the guy that's like trying to flex his clothes on everyone.
I can't remember. It was one of the famous black singers, the female. She was rocking Adidas tuxedo
with the 3 stripe.
Yeah, but like full tuxedo with 3 stripes. I'm like, first time I saw it, if I ever get married, I'm wearing that. But then I went with the purple suit.
Yeah.
So I have a suit, kind of look like him, but orange shirt, so I look like a Dragon Ball one. And I had a Dragon Ball trainers. They're actually my trainers from my wedding.
Man, they're sick.
I had them from my wedding, and my son. Where's Vegeta? Where's Vegeta? No, my son bought me Golden Frieza.
Oh yeah, I see him there.
He come down home so happy with himself, says, "Daddy, I got something for you." I was like,
Buzzing.
oh, where'd you get that from? I bought it for you. And my wife says, he also running around the shop. I said, look what I got for daddy. He gonna loves it. He bought it with his own money. I'm like, well, okay, don't have to eat your veggies today. That's fine. Yeah, like I need to say, like,
Underdressed guy for sure.
100%.
That one was much easier than the first one.
Good sweat.
Yeah, that's a.
Thank you, James. I'd never ask him that because he told me this one. I bulked it up a wee bit, but he never answered me that.
Yeah, we need to get his answer.
There's gonna be more. Now, can you grab that side for me?
Yeah.
Which I destroying the whole scenography or whatever you call it. And maybe I'm gonna do it.
No, I just don't want to scrape it off anything. Well, how do you even get it out? Oh,
That's okay.
sorry.
No, that was Joker. No, that was a Riddler.
Where'd you get this from? 300 yards.
So I remember in the car I told you about my best friend. Ginger gave me that. And I couldn't figure out what for. He says, it's going to be a nice part of... Like, okay, so I need to do something. I can't just fucking have 300 yards. I can't name podcast 300 because I already had a name. And he gave me that this season. Whenever we just finished studio. I was like, okay. So we're going to use it as a future famous person sign on.
Oh, cool. I'll go down here.
And the wee anarchy symbol.
There we go. The pen nearly ran out, but...
I need to find a better place for it. I also think to put a wee old-fashioned TV. Like, you know, remember the old big TVs you had, like...
the chunky ones?
Yeah, just put it in there. That would be class. Because all of it here, it's also made from unwanted stuff. The whole wall is made from the old kids' furniture.
Wow.
The ceiling is made from somebody's floor.
And you can see the two different woods, like.
Oh, that's somebody gave me some fencing planks. So fencing boards, so use them. Lights are from my cameraman from the wedding. He just said, like, listen, I used to be TV producer, so I have lots of stuff for photography. And he gave me them. Sofas are from Restore, which is a massive charity shop. And the rest of it has just been gifted to me.
It's a good wee spot.
I love it. And full blasting gym. It's actually a fully functional gym.
Yeah, you can do everything you need on that.
Yeah. That's mainly for kids and whenever we don't have time, which is most of the times. Right. Thank you.
Thanks,
I'm
brother.
gonna pause it.
Thanks for
So
having
that's
me.
everybody see we shake hands. Oh!